Hello everybody, Big Planes here. Now before I dive too deep into this video on the Southwest Airlines 737, I want to give a shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. I know I haven't made too many videos this month and haven't given you guys a shout out you deserve, but yeah, thank you to everybody on Patreon who has helped to support the channel. You guys are one of the main reasons why I'm actually able to build these planes in the first place, and I'm just really thankful to everybody on Patreon who's able to support. So I will leave a link in the description below if you want to go support the channel over on Patreon. And well, yeah, let's get into the update on this plane. Now, this is one of those circumstances where, yeah, I think I've made a little bit too much progress between videos. I know, it's to be fair, I will go over as many of the things I've done in this video versus the last video. But first I want to talk, the reason I haven't really been making any videos obviously is a combination of just general fiasco of what's been going on with the COVID-19 thing floating around, you know, all the cancellations and such. And just generally I've been so excited to build this plane that I just haven't made a video yet. So I've just finally stopped myself here and I'm making a video to update y'all on what's going on here. So first things first, if you guys aren't aware of what this is by now, this is a Southwest Airlines 737-800. It is not a MAX, don't worry, and it's a stretched version, you know, the 800. A lot of the techniques off of this one were pretty much just copied straight off of the 500 over there, such as a lot of you probably recognize the nose, the engines, the fuselage design, but that's where the similarities end. All right, so I'm gonna sort of go over what I've done. Obviously, I have completed the nose and the engines. Those are basically just copied straight over from the previous 737, but the wing, as many of you guys told me in the last video, is actually completely redesigned. So I tried my best to eliminate as many of the gaps here. It was sort of a compromise. Now I had to use some of these plates with some studs showing, so we have about 6 studs showing. So I decided to go with this over having those huge gaps right there on the wing, because though it's not completely studless now, I think it's much more aesthetically pleasing, if you will. So that's what I've, oops, just hit the plane right here. That's what I've done with that in terms of the wing. Now, obviously, the other wing is not on yet. I'm going to take this one and copy it over and reverse it and put it over here. I'm waiting for the parts for that, which have been delayed due to this stupid virus thing. So yeah, that's what the wing situation is. The wings are pretty much done. Everything's wired in. I'll show you that in a minute here. And yeah, so one thing that you guys are probably super excited about are these right here, the split Scimitar wingtips. So again, they're not completely done yet. Obviously, there's still a lot of fiddling that's happening here, but this is the design that I came up with. Now they're on mixel joints, and you know, you can kind of, there goes something. You can rearrange it however you please, but they're pretty much locked in at this point in this position. And yeah, like I said, it's still a work in progress. I'm still trying to tidy things up to the best of my ability, but yeah, those are the winglets I've come up with. This is my first build that has winglets, so yeah, I actually think they came out pretty nice. Like I said, there's only so much I can do at this scale in terms of winglets, because you know, Southwest Airlines in particular has those stripes running through it, and I tried to simulate the best I could in terms of those stripes, but like I said, it's not perfect, but I think it's pretty good actually, considering it's my first plane with winglets. So moving up towards the front here, you can see again, this is basically just the same design as all my other planes. I'm in the shadow here. I'm gonna try to come around to the other side. I'm trying to maneuver around Air Force One here. You can see it's basically just the same design that I've used previously, and I know some of you like it, some of you don't, but I'm going with this because it's you know, it's tried and tested. Obviously, I've used it here. I've used it over on Pan Am over there. So that's what we're doing here. The roof can be removed in one foul swoop. You can see I have not put an interior seats in yet. Sorry, just got caught on my tongue there, but I haven't put any interior seats in yet. And this is a Southwest, so it's all one class, it's all economy, and I already have the seat designs. I'm going to use the nice seat designs, the ones that I used in the 787, and yeah, I'm going to fill those all in. Again, I'm just waiting for a bricklink order to be able to do that. You can see that there's the cockpit up there and all sorts of doodads and stuff. There are black sausages being used for the door. Many of you may remember that. I'm not going to use them for the aft doors, but I am using them for the front. So that's what we're looking at in terms of the interior right now. Not a ton, obviously. It's sort of just a basic setup inside, but it's something, you know. And the roof isn't really attached with anything yet, so I have to be kind of careful here because you can see it could slide around a bit like this. And what I need to do is I'm going to create a connection point at the front, and then obviously I need to create a connection point back here, and I haven't gotten that far yet. So this is going to want to slide around a little, but until then, you should, just can't touch it. And in terms of the engines, now here, I need to come over here to grab a, sorry about that, a remote control, an RC remote control, and there's a battery pack. I moved the battery pack and IR receiver forward, so they used to be right here, and since this plane, I am kind of suspicious of it being tail heavy because it's close, and I want to have room for a cargo bay, which I will show you in a minute here. So the engine switch is right here. I moved it forward where the battery pack is, and when you turn it on, if I can find it, there we go, you can see that the lights light up like that. So we do have landing lights, yay, on both sides. And that tells me if the thing is on. So once those lights light up, you can see that it is on. And the engines actually do work. They're exactly the same as the other one. You can see that, there goes that one. There we go. Like so. Turn them down to a lower speed there. And you can see that, yeah, they do actually function pretty much like the other one. I have not gotten the spinners on them yet, so it's kind of hard to see them actually working, but yeah, pretty cool. And I'm going to shut this off now just to demonstrate to you the cargo door, because yes, that is actually a thing on this one, and I have to roll it a little bit here. Come on now. Like I said, this is still a bit of a work in progress. Right there we go. All right, so on this side, you may not be able to see the cargo door super readily, but it's right here. So I'm going to see if I can open it up here. Come on. There we go, like that. So yeah, that's how the cargo door works. It's very small, but you can see that there is a space in there for you to load some luggage. And thanks to the massive hollow space at the front of this thing, we had more room for cargo doors. So yeah, that's all I really have for this video. Expect a lot of progress to be made in the next video. We're moving really fast here, and this is super exciting. So getting the tail done correctly is going to be challenging. So yeah, I don't know how we're going to handle that, but it's going to be fun. So that's all I really have for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you stick around for more, because more is definitely on the way. That's it for this video, and bye for now.